Hey, good morning. Let's do a little FSD drive. We're gonna do about 100 miles of driving today, so hopefully get some good content. Interesting. Today it took FSD a good few hundred feet to let me engage, as opposed to letting me engage in the driveway. But we may not have given it enough time to warm up and defog the cameras or something like that. I do not know sometimes. Let's see. There could be water on the cameras or something. It was raining all last night. So I do not know. I did not pay attention. Did not pay attention. So we're running FSD. Just mix that little corner. I don't know how to tell it not to. So you have to intervene, but anyway, they'll figure it out on its own, hopefully. One day. We're on FSD 12.5.6.3. Like you've been hearing me say, or other people say, we're all waiting for the 13 update. Don't know when that's... Nobody knows it's going to be this week or next week. Maybe the week after, but it pretty consistently drops on Thursdays. Easy Thursday is Turkey Day, and I doubt people over at the FSD team, or they're just running a skeleton crew on Thanksgiving. Probably someone there just handling emergencies for the software or on call. Obviously, everybody's with their families. So I doubt we're going to get it this week. I'm very confident that anybody that's making that call is going to push it out sometime next week, or like we saw, we were on a holiday and the ass dropped on that Sunday night, and this makes perfect sense as a software development standpoint, because if you do drop an update, you want to be able to fix it, so you tend to do it at the either beginning of the week, and just like Tesla does, drops it on Thursday morning. So you've spent all week kind of developing the product, and if you need to do an emergency patch and repush or something like that, you have 48 hours, you have 2 business days to pull it off. So it seems like Tesla's development cycle is on that. You have the OG testers or advanced testers start getting it at the beginning of the week. They may tweak it or they may update it, and then it goes wide Thursday, or it'll wait until anyway the end. There's a good reason for that in terms of a software development standpoint. It's because people don't tend to work on weekends, or they trying not to work on weekends. And if I tried to get it to go that way, but it decided this way is faster, even though it isn't, because we get stuck at this right turn up ahead. I'd rather do 2 roundabouts than a roundabout and a right turn, and one that's routinely full. Anyway, yes, software development standpoint, nobody likes to do it, or software updates are always a headache in software, because inevitably something breaks, and if you're on a weekend or at night when it does, people are getting woke up at 2 in the morning to fix it. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It comes with the territory. Okay, okay, we realized that we turned into the wrong lane. It really does that quite frequently. And then has to drive across. So that roundabout that it avoided, it's literally the same distance, one half dozen the other, but it's over to our right over there. So we can go through 2 roundabouts, or go through one and make a left and then a right turn, as opposed to using a roundabout and then going through this intersection like this. But we've consistently had trouble over at this bridge. Either it turns into that left lane and then darts over. It's just fine. It's actually on this build, I haven't gone through it in this manner, but it actually got out of that left turn lane fairly well. So sometimes it gets hung up, or it cost me 75 cents because I just went onto the toll road and I didn't want to go on the toll or enter the carpool entrance as a non-high occupancy people. So I am not paying, even though I have the toll transponder on, I don't want to spend the 75 cents or $1.25, whatever it was this morning. So that's that. Also listening to a Xcast this morning. Omar or other people were hinting that there's a super secret Tesla event coming up. Either Q2, maybe Q3, but sometime in 2025 where they're going to announce the lower cost Tesla vehicle. Super stoked for that. I'm not sure how they're going to get an FSD vehicle at a lower price point than a Model 3. Personally, me being me, I think Tesla should have focused on a lower cost Model 3 and then up the scale. Okay, we kind of pushed really hard towards this red light or the ramp meter, and then no, that one turned green, not this one. FSD was jumping through the ramp meter. It probably misinterpreted the right meter turning green as the left one also about to turn green, and we do an alternation. Please review video. Okay, so we're consistently having trouble at this ramp meter. It wants to jump it, and I kind of see it's FSD anticipates lights sometimes, which I do like, so it's freeing the brakes or starts moving forward in anticipation of a light turning green. But this isn't a traffic light. It's a ramp meter with two side-by-side things, and it wants to jump it or drive through the red. It's not a critical intervention. Obviously, no one could die or anything. So this is something for Cortex to work on and crunch the numbers. This is actually good. But we were talking lower cost Model 3. I would do lower cost Model 3, but with Robotaxi, some people do need a two-seater, and most cab rides, it's one person just hails it, drives uptown or whatever, and or you're bar hopping, so one or two occupants is all you got. But if you want to go to the airport, that little the little RoboCab may not be big enough with all the luggage, especially if you got two people. I don't know. So you're going to sit in the front seat and the passenger seat if you got two people going to the airport, and you're going to fill the trunk with luggage. And I think the Model 3 has a good roomy trunk in there, and if you're just two people going to the airport, you can fit the handbags and stuff either on the front seat of the Uber or alright, we're gonna I disengaged to allow a utility truck to merge. It's being very patient off to my right, and FSD wasn't being nice to him. He's an infrastructure or Qantas Services Patelco guy. These guys have been working like crazy trying to get the power and utilities back on, so we'll yield for them. But yes, that's my 2 cents on the Model 3 or the smaller cab or taxi. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna force it to move over. Yeah, we have this set on 85. I know it's gonna take the exit up ahead, but I'm running it on standard because we get over to the left on hurry mode, and then we left lane camp, and I don't want to deal with that for a while, or because then I have to move the stock or disengage. I haven't had enough coffee yet, so we're just going to leave it at that, let it do its thing. Anyway, yes, we do need a smaller car, hopefully a good, a lower price point there is low margins in smaller cars, but at some point when you're Tesla, you do need to capture that coveted market share, market segmentation in every tranche. You don't have to go for every tranche of vehicle. But currently, Tesla has focused on the most popular sizes: Model Y, Model 3, for these mass market cars, because those are going to be your bread and butter. Model Y obviously is now the most popular car sold because it is the perfect size for what most people need. But I'm a single guy, so if you're a family people, a family man, family woman, husband, wife with a couple of kids, you're going to need something the size of a Tahoe or a Suburban, which you're looking at the Rivian R1T or something like that. Tesla needs to build something in the either Tahoe, Suburban lineup, as well as a smaller lineup. But my brother drives a Model Y and he loves it. I don't think many people are gonna, or anyway, I'm not the focus group guy to ask, so I'm just rambling. I think the Model 3 is good. You may wanna, we already have an S and an X, but they're expensive for those larger platforms. It's sold as the premium product, if you will. Good exit execution here, stuck to the right side. It is driving through flawlessly, smoothly. So this is, we've got consistency now. Anyway, back to, yes, we need this, the Suburban equivalent, Ford Explorer Expedition equivalent. If anybody looks at the price right now of a Ford Excursion, now Ford may not want to build these because of all the gas guzzler regulations, or they have to pay, but Tesla doesn't have to do that. So a used Ford Excursion is well over $40,000, and you're buying a car with hundreds of thousands of miles on them. So there is a demand for a very large SUV. So one thing to fill that market segmentation. Last right turn, it was a little herky-jerky. There was probably no reason for that flight or herky-jerkiness. Wasn't much going on, so don't know what's going on, but it did not execute the right turn the best, but oh well. But we're getting there. I mean, these are zero intervention drives, so the zero crit. I haven't had a critical zero or critical intervention in quite some time. I hate these hello texts. Someone you obviously don't know, and now that we have RCS on iPhones, they never have RCS. So it's not someone with an Android, it's a bot farm. And it's not a 425 number, it's probably some dude in, God knows, somewhere Eastern Europe or some server in God knows where, trying to strike up a conversation with me and divulge something to get a password reset. So they always strike up a conversation with your best friend. Well, yeah, where are you? They're looking for the city, or for you to divulge, because then they can backtrack probably your zip code and maybe figure out where you went to high school. So best is not to engage with them, mark it as spam, or send them dog pictures. Or a picture of Joseph Stalin with a gulag for you. Hey, look at that up ahead. The unmistakable Cybertruck light bar. All right, drive one is complete.